Good morning, y'all. This is hey, Shane with the McLean AC. How you doing? I'm gonna talk to you today about flex duct. A lot of people have say flex duct is not as good. It has a bad rep. Let's just get to that point. Technically, flex duct is just as good and probably a little bit better than hard duct. I mean, in a weird way. The reason why it has a bad rep because you got a lot of lazy people that's installing it wrong. I have seen flex duct run swervy, a lot of slack in it. That's air restrictions. They don't put 90s in the box. They don't do they don't seal it right. Yes, it's not. In our trade, we have to work our butts off 24/7. Sweat our butts off in the summertime, hurry up and get to the next one. So, after a while, yes, to take time to do it right, that's not going to be punched through with a lot of people, put it that way. Anyway, let's do this. One, always put a 90 in it. Some people try to get by without it. That's just probably 101. Two, see how the duct is? It's sealed. There's some gray stuff on there. I'll show you about that in a few minutes. Nobody really does it. I love things in twos. Okay, one, when you run this duct and you tighten the plenum, you shouldn't be able to pull any slack. I got your display example right here. I don't know if you can see it from there. That's going to be straight. I mean, I'm talking about when you pull, it's going to look like hard duct because there's no slack. I mean, it's not going to be like this or anything like that. It's just, when I get done, it's going to be all the way. Now, when you do your wires or your boxes, I love using silver tape. Now, just regular silver tape, the expensive one, the one with the red stuff on it, because the moisture doesn't really bother it, and it's thick. It's not easy to tear. What I like about that versus duct tape, that what most people use for duct work, it doesn't dry rot. Okay, here comes the part where I love things in twos. Use silver tape to do the flex inside. I don't know if you can see it from there, but the flex stuff. I'll go ahead and do that anyway. Let's do that. Come on. The flex stuff, that part. You silver tape that, like everybody does, to that. And then after you silver tape that, the thing I like in twos is the second barrier, which is most important. You can't add insulation, anything else. The main thing that stops condensation, besides insulation, is your vapor seal. Aluminum foil, humidity just can't get through it. So, seal this off too, all the way around with silver tape. So you got a second seal. It's important because, in time, people, AT&T guy, I'm picking on him. He goes in the attic, he messes all this around. He might pull that away. I doubt it. But if it's sealed with a silver tape, doesn't dry rot, doesn't come off. Now, okay, so it's sealed. The inner and the outer part is sealed. That's two. I love it. Let's get to the other part. Once you seal it, duct seal. It's messy. A lot of people don't like it. But when it dries, it's like Bondo to a car. It ain't coming off. You're going to, if anybody ever tries to do something to this duct and need to take it apart, they're going to hate me for it. All right. So you seal it. After it dries, like Bondo. I'm good to go. All right. The dampeners. You can see the difference. Everybody never coats the dampeners. 3 years from now, that thing will be dripping water left and right. Problem is when it drips water, it compensates because this is in the attic. This rod's going to be hot and it's going to be cold. Now, keep in mind, if it's dripping water here, it's dripping water inside the duct with this water. And therefore, you have mold buildup. Okay, well, fine, mold. But you're speeding up the mold process. Ain't necessary. And it'll be rust out. Now, simple old thing. Spray insulation on it. Yes, it looks like Christmas snow thing. But I've been using this for like 30 years almost. Chillers mainly. Pipe dry, insulation, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's stop sweating and this and that. Anyway, insulation. Spray that sucker. Once it dries, it'd be just as hard as Bondo. Insulate it. Never freaking rust. Never condensate. Simple things. And when I go to put this on the unit, I got it set up perfectly, lined up perfectly where it's going to be pulled tight. And there's going to be no slack. Last importantly, never have your dampers all the way open. Don't even think about it. Stop it. I love how I say that. 3/4 away open, quarter way closed. You want to build up a little restriction, build up static pressure. If you ever see the old-timey gas furnace squirrel cage, they have one side blocked off. That causes restrictions, never wide open. And it actually puts your blower motor under load, so it ramps it up. Squirrel cage will blow more and turn more rotation, blow more airflow. That way, the more airflow, more static pressure, most likely, after you get doing this job, every vent will be blowing almost the same airflow because of high static pressure. That's what I want. Anyway, it's a simple job, but it is time consuming. I love to start 3 a.m. in the morning. I'll be done with all this duct job by 9 a.m. If that's my last job for the day, it'll make it feel like I'm not even working. Oh, it's not even hot either. So, and there's a lot of benefits to that. Anyway, that's it. That's Shane's flex duct. It is just as good, but it's bad rep because it's just not ran right, in my opinion. Take your time, do it right, and you'd be surprised. But there's a lot of ways to protect yourself on that. Don't take on the duct jobs in the middle of summertime when you overload it, because after a while, subconsciously, you will force yourself to do shortcuts. But just keep it easy. That's it. I mean, you know, take pride in your work. Been doing it for 30-something years, and I'm still love what I do. If I have no drama, I love that part. Anyway, just tip 101, easy to do. And this one, fixed and coated, finish it up. I love how I had half there and half before I did it. I had to speed up the video. Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna get back to work.